Good evening, everyone. I know there's nobody here yet. We Stacey's on her way. This is keeping me at the pub about an hour earlier. So yeah, there we go. I will just stick myself on YouTube. I'm still doing my start stage here. You might be there by now. Hang on, Twitter. Hang on. I'm here, everyone. I'm here. Okay. Just chatting. I see there. Push you get, I get in my DMs, man. Absolutely outstanding, man. Good morning, Vietnam. How you doing, Nori? All right? Oh, now you mention that, I know. Hi. Yeah, I'll not say too much. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about, when you're in the country, you got to be careful what you say about that kind of thing. But yeah, it's getting pretty intense. There's been a lot of swear words from our words about our neighbours, shall we say. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, Nori. You're not daft. And I saw a convoy today that was at least 2 miles long going past here. So, because I'm 100 miles from our neighbours, if you know what I mean. If that's what you're talking about, it's pretty grim, like. And I know for a fact, no, I'm leaving that one alone. I can get in trouble. But so I just thought, what time? It's 20 to 7 here. See, I've just been out for a meal with the wife, in the corner, crack. Thing is, see, we just did a. Yeah, no, because that video I put up there, it kind of caught me out, Nori, a few days ago. Was it Rangers only? I'm like, and it's just, I guess, a bit of fragility, but I like the banter as well. And if it was a serious podcast, I'd do a serious podcast, after the game. But see, ones like this that are kind of semi-random, you're not giving me plenty to talk about. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. There's me, Stacey. There's
Good
Stacey.
morning.
Nori's just commenting the situation between Thailand and our neighbours. I'll just leave that one alone because I can get into trouble being in country.
I see ever since
Yes.
yesterday.
I will leave it at that. But it's sad. But anyway, what about that guy, the neighbour, started his car just as I was doing that video, man? It was
You
funny,
couldn't have
man.
timed that, by the way. That was so fun. It was your face. You're like, fuck's sake.
The thing is, they're lovely. Like, a lot of people say to me, "Can you speak Thai?" And I can speak a tiny bit. But do you know what? See, there's no expats really around this. There is, not right around here. But they prefer me to say hello. They like practicing their English on me. If you know what I mean.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
so that's my game. Anyway, hi, Alex, how you doing? Hi. So, like I say, I was going to go along to Y33. I'm going to stick a link in. This is my local bar, right, ladies and gentlemen, right? Where's our profile? Hang on.
This is the one you were playing Connect 4 in?
No, that was a different one. That's a completely different one. Hang on a minute. How do I do it? Y33. How do you do Y33? Give me a second. posts where it is you want to. It's just a. I mean, it's nothing spectacular. She's not changed her name, Harry. It's nothing spectacular. But ladies and gentlemen, go to this, right?
Okay, Nolly.
Just even if you don't follow them, just like her, then unfollow. When it doesn't pop
Yeah.
up, just help her get her numbers up. Because I've been going there I've been in Rayong City 15 years, man. Who's that? I'm all right, Mr. H. How you doing, H? I'm going to assume your name's actually Greg Hogan rather than Hogan Greg, but Hogan, you just lot of keeping me out the pub just general chit chat, but because like I say, I quite like just waffling on about crap at times.
Aye, it's good. That's what makes you one of the better ones, though. I've said that before. It's no scripted, it's just
No, aye.
chat.
There is certain ones of script, like when I do the mental health form, and I'm on like John Mancini's. He's going to be my first kid. I'll speak. Mancini's going to do that. That'll be scripted to an extent. You just don't, like my mate Mickey, like go on Pierre Mickey. He says just the bullet points. I mean, he's interviewed everyone. He said he's right. Forget the controversy with Kanye West. Before the controversy, he interviewed Kanye West twice, right? And the first one, it was totally scripted. And the next one, they were off scripted. He said they ended up talking to her for half an hour just on crap. You know what I mean? From Jaffa cakes to the weather. You know what I mean? So Mickey's always said to me, if I say, for example, I'm talking to John, right? I've known John years, but anyway, if we end up talking about Greg's steak bakes, keep talking about Greg's steak bakes to let it flow. You know? But Greg, I thought that was your name. But I'm looking forward to getting John on. I mean, John's a big Celtic man, but that's my second passion. Family's number one. It's Rangers and the house music scene and all that. But yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
Aye, we're going to wait till the last art. It's the last Archies tonight, and then he's doing one in a couple of weeks. But he's doing it's all him alone in SWG3. So I'll do it after that. Like, I mean, I've known John a long time, And here's the thing about John, I don't, because he's given me, for all he's a Celtic man, I always promote his stuff because it's a bit colours and I've got people to go raving. But he's been pretty, not behind me, but he's given me a thumb that says, like, keep doing what you're doing well. I actually quite like what you're watching. Yeah, HB, and all in banter.
Yeah, no, everybody's got that one. Like, two of my mates I'm going out the day with, they are Celtic daft, right? Can be quite bitter, like myself, on the match days.
I've got that and all.
But do you know what? We would kill for each other.
Aye. Listen, I'm not close with John. I don't mean it like that. I mean, it's really see him. I only really see him whether it's at the clubs like that or online and all that, But I do. I mean, it gets me into. But because Colours is a great story. But the thing, it's something people might know about John, considering that he's a DJ at Cousin, he's as teetotal as you'll get.
You said that to me before, and I was quite surprised that.
Considering,
like, especially in Glasgow when you go to the Colours Fest, it's.
Not John's and I think John does all the flyers and the promo videos and all that because I'm pretty sure John's side issue. He's heavy into the video stuff and all that. You know what I mean? He's pretty good at it. But so Tony, how much was a beer, Tony, in Budapest?
Cheap by the sounds of it.
The thing is, we're about 30 seconds behind. That's the thing. It's not instant, But when they reply, but I've just been round the corner there. To me and Apple, that's what we call the wife. I mean, that meal we just had was 700 baht, and that was me including had a big beer. It's about 16 quid, and that in Glasgow, if you went to Thai Siam, it's 70, 80 quid. You know what I mean? And the thing is, as well, the wife's got a doggy bag as well, so.
Oh, that'll keep her going while you're out.
She's only 47 kilos.
Wow.
Anyway, Rangers, man. Oh, I would hope so. I would. I don't know, Nora. Yeah, that I love that Rangers do that because mental health is such a. I get. No, people need to talk and it's 240, right? Okay, 240 for a beer, but mental health is a huge thing. It's still. I'm not saying there's no stigma with any now, but it's still harder for blokes to speak out, and women as well. It's no easy, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people are still stuck in the old way of thinking about it, that, you know, it's swept under the carpet, you don't talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because I think that's why and this is not me being chauvinistic. That's why I always keep in, when I see a female, one of the lassies comment on the page, I might not read I read every single comment under the lassies. I want to do
Yeah.
a post to make sure nobody said anything stupid, because if they do, they're gone. Because I know, Mad Alison that posts all the time. I mean that in the nicest way. She got it pretty tight one night, and I had to spend quite a bit of time banning quite a few folk,
Oh, really?
but yeah. Yeah, she messaged me as well. Says, "Look, this guy's saying this." I was like, "I mean, get him to." But yeah, no, I mean, because the demographics about 24% females, like, so there's there's a fair few lassies chat, because I know you still get grief in your DMs and all that.
No, I would say that this one's been really all right for that. Like, there's a good bunch. Well, I've never had any issues, like, personally, and that's why I like doing this with you, because it is good. Because some pages, I'm not naming them because somebody might be on them, but
Right,
like, you
okay.
comment on and you see women getting a lot of. I think I've been on it for probably about 10 years, and I think I've commented twice.
Right, and I know, and the thing is, I hate when people say, "Oh, lassies know that about football." I don't know if you use Twitter, but there's a girl on Twitter. Some of you will know who I'm on about. Kirsten. I've not actually talked to her in ages. She knows football better than anyone. She should be in the telly. You know what I mean? Kirsten, and she's actually, I've asked her to come on, and she's like, F off, if you know what I mean. She's too shy for that, but she loves her horses. She likes Coronation Street and all that, but she just knows. And see, if it wasn't for her, I might not have the page, because all during the 10 years of crap and all that, right? She was always somebody I talked to, and I've only disagreed with her once on something, and it was next to nothing. But this is not me. I've told this story. The day it came out that we were getting taken over the owners, I'd said to Kirsten on Twitter in the morning, I said, when I wee chat, I said, "Kirsten, do you see any light at the end of the tunnel here?" She says, "Nah." I was going to come on. I went out, and I was going to come back and delete the page. I wasn't even going to tell her. I'm just going to, because you can delete it it's quite easy to delete. And I was just going to do it. And I went, and here's the weird thing. I made a cup of tea, and I very rarely make cups of tea in the house. And I sat down, said, "The Rangers owners," and it's basically, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it's basically changed my life, because if I wasn't doing what I was doing on social media, I would still be working in the North Sea.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy to think, like, what if?
I know. Don't get me wrong, it's not retired me, but it helps. You know what I mean? Like that. I don't like talking about money, but the money in from Facebook, and I've just been monetized about 5 weeks on YouTube. It pays my rent and my electricity. It pays everything. You know what I mean?
There you go.
All
What
my
more do you
bills.
want,
Aye. And like I say, the people that subscribe to the page, but most of that goes to, I've not been myself yet. I'll go around with Apple, maybe not tomorrow because it's a bit rough. I'll go around, she gives money to it's called the Soy Dog Foundation. Soy means street, so it's stray dogs. They help street dogs, and it's not just a compound they've got, they drive around in a sidekick where there's a lot of dogs up, they'll put food out for them.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Right, let's read this. Everyone from Norm. Oh, man. I mean, that's brilliant, Nori.
That is amazing. See, that's the thing. Like,
oh, holy crap, man. I'm shutting the camera off, man. I'm a man, I'm not allowed to greet. But that's lovely. That's lovely here. I am going to start that. Aye.
No, that is really good. Like, that's...
I know. And people that get disabled kids, the stress it causes you, man, you know. And have you noticed today in Facebook the last few days, there's this new company that are giving blind people these, it's like VR, and they're now getting to see games. There's a D United fan today. He's never seen Dundee United, and he's in his 20s or 30s. And today's going to be his first ever day of seeing football with this technology, and it's amazing stuff like that.
Wow.
You know, aye.
God,
it doesn't matter what football team you support. All right, supports, but I wouldn't matter if it was a Celtic fan, but somebody to be able to see. Oh, Angel's your therapy dog, right? Okay, dog, right.
Oh, I thought it was your daughter.
Right, I just thought that was your daughter. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I did too, sorry.
Right, I've had one drink. It's only having. I'm sorry, Nori, but that's good to know, though. That's good to know, right? Everyone read this again, right? I've offered me a massive Angel has an. Oh, right, okay. I thought Angel was your daughter. Never been. Oh, what a tube. Anyway, that's excellent, man.
Oh, that's aye.
Aye. I mean, because I was in a flight with a woman with this a cat, and it was the cat that Cams was down. It was brilliant, man. Oh, not at all, man, not at all, mate. That's the thing. I know I can speak kind of freely on here. Look, if somebody makes a backside of it, so be it. I'm good at doing that. But Hibs game, I'm kind of starting to get twitchy about it. Like we said last night.
I don't know. I was all right about it, and then last night I was just like, I don't know. I just got a weird feeling about it.
I know.
I'm like, oh, am I getting nervous about this? And it's only Saturday or Friday night. So.
Aye, and the thing is that you just want to be tomorrow. You know, I mean, it's. Stacey. I think. I think my football coupon should go live about now. Hang on a minute. I'm not on my Rangers page.
I do. I've just remembered something last night, and I was going to say to you about it. You know how you were saying about transfers and that, and how you used to give you information that you got, but usually accurate.
Aye.
So, I remember years ago, Vladimir Weiss, loved him. You got saying, "Oh, I think he's going to sign." Then he didn't. You broke my heart about 10 years ago.
Really? Aye, but he was. I don't. I plays for the team his dad manages now. He actually googled him the other day. He said whatever his home country is, he plays for the same team as his dad. I think he was in Dubai for a few years.
Aye.
But he flattered to deceive, though. But then again, he did have that pass that put through Jelic, didn't he? Didn't he, for the goal against Celtic? You know.
He was the epitome of don't fall in love with a lone player.
Aye, I know. I was just watching Stevie Clifford. He was on review. He's saying he's hoping for 6 players. I normally agree with him, but I think 6 players is difficult in January. It's going to be difficult, but I think we'll definitely get 3.
Yeah, I think it's just going to depend on. I don't think it's money. I think we'll get what we want, but I think it is just, you know yourself, January is always a hard time to get players. So I think the amount just depends on the availability.
Rangers, it's not just that. I think they're going to take a look at their agent. Might go, stay away, because we are still toxic to a lot of the outside world. Although I do think. I do think people will come to us more now than they would have in January in the summer. Aye, because there's a bit of stability. They get rid of the 2 idiots, and again, but the big man was talking, Big Steve was talking about. It's what I've said. I'm not comparing myself to, but it's what I've said. Danny Roll will get the final say. This is going to be him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No, it was Chris Jack said that. That's who was on with Chris Jack. Those 2 gentlemen are 2 people I've listened to all day and all night. And Chris said it probably, I think he said that the cat was attacking me at the time. I think he basically said that he will. Hang on a minute, I'm getting abuse off somebody just banning on this guy. Oh, this is weird. But it's just, I think he said 6, and it's one of the few times I thought, Stevie, I can't see us getting 6 players in January. But then again, but that's fine, Nori. But the thing is it's getting somebody to buy him. But I can believe it. But we'll need somebody in as well. We'll need a striker in, because no matter what, he is still a striker.
I read something last night on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it these days, that somebody was talking about Big Sema and Cherney and the money that we spent on Chimiti because I got both of them. But apparently, it was their wage demands that stopped us going for them. So it was more to do with like we went for Chimiti because he was on lower wages.
Right. I see. Sometimes we forget about that one. You know what I mean? And we do. That's why that was the sole reason I messaged Jesse Lingard is because of his when I googled him, I thought he was only 25 grand in South Korea. See, and that was the reason. I thought he was still being 50 or 60, but he wasn't. And then we will not get Jesse Lingard. I just thought it was a good talking point, but people say he can't do his social media. He earns millions a month off social media. You know, if you Google it, it tells you how much he earns, and he's not. Okay, Nori, that's good. That's good. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Turkey's been a good place for us to take our players, though. Have you noticed over the years? So.
Aye, it's a level above us. It's not a massive level above us, but it's significant. I'm not saying I know Turkey inside out, but I did 8 weeks offshore Turkey last year, and they are passionate. Anyway, but apart from the top like 4 or 5, see the games below them, they're absolute crap.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like our league, really, there's only really us.
That's it. Is that what they said? Oh, there we go, John. That's very good information. And that's a lot of money.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I don't know if Sema was even more than that because it went over for what I read. But I was actually thinking
that just calms people down a wee bit. It's even calmed me down a wee bit. Like, all right.
That's what I felt a lot better because I thought it was crazy that we didn't go for Cherney or Sema.
I know.
But if that's what the demands were. And you know, we are just expecting them to say yeah anyway. Like, who says they wanted to stay with us?
No, the thing is, the reason they wanted the high wage is because, all right, if I'm staying in Glasgow, I don't particularly want to be. It's so when I go and work in some countries, when I've got to get an armed escort when I go off a plane, I say, my wages are normally X amount. All right, I'm going to Iraq, double it, and they did. I bought a house because I threw a trip in Iraq, but that's another story. But you don't get that money now in Iraq. But your wages are relative. If I was to go to Nigeria next week, I don't want to say what my normal wages is, but I'm putting 25% on top of what normally. That's the easy way out. There we go.
Danger money.
25% on top, and I want business. If I don't get business, I would still go, but I'll ask them for it. If you know what I mean.
Of course.
That's actually, John. I'm so glad you said that. That's a good. Excellent. That's kind of done something to me in the head. Can we do? Yeah, Stacey, that's 7 o'clock here. I'm not going yet, but you know when you get the buzz on, I'm going to go dive in the shower, my clothes ready. You know what I mean? And it's the first time I've worn jeans in Thailand since I've been back because later on when the football starts, because the bar I'm in is actually outside. It's what you call a shop front.
That terrace, sorry.
Aye, Y33, aye. And she's got the Liverpool game will probably be on. But she's got 2 tellies anyway. But it will get cold later. See when you're sitting in and see if there's a wind, you're like, you know what I mean? But wait, is my coupon up yet?
Here's one for you. I was thinking last night as well. Do we have a player in our squad that we're like, no, if somebody comes in for them?
Right. Not caught me out. Start again, Stacey. Ask again.
Do we have a player that if somebody comes in for them in January, we're saying no to?
The goalie, but nobody's coming in for the goalie. But the answer is it's all about money. If somebody comes in and offers us the right money, we will sell. You know, right. What did that? Right, see, there's John. Right, I've been trying to do that some in my head, trying to look clever, but I couldn't. That's 60 grand a week. No chance. No, right. That. See, right, Nori. I don't want to follow you. This bugs me. This one. Right, number one is a financial fair play, but that's what they do. We spent more than that. Some of them we have in 15 years. Well, that's a lie. What's his name? blew it. But that's what they're going to do. This is their first. They're in the door, and you've got to remember. Like I've said loads of times, we are still toxic to the outside world. You know, we've got to remember that. Like I said before, there was a Dundee United fan said on the page once. He goes, "Listen," and he was actually extremely pleasant. But he's like, "Listen, you're just a normal football club like us now." And I went, I thought to myself, "You're right," and banned him. But he was right.
Banned for the reality check.
Aye, was because the reason was because it was just to cause an argument. That was all. It's just easier. But aye. But remember, Norrie, you've got to add the £100 million onto what they cost to buy the club as well. And the £100 million to buy is the £100 million. The £100 million to buy is on. I wasn't £100 million, it was 90 something. People forget about that one. We've got no debt. We wrote everything off. We paid off the face paint or whatever crap we got. But you've got to remember, a lot. I mean, this. I'm assuming, Norrie, this argument comes. Why didn't we spend more money, more 10 millions on players? These 10 million, because remember that 10 million or 8. I think it's 8 million spent on Chimiti. That was a prospect. He's not done anything, but. If we're not spending 20 million on a player that scores 20 goals a year, that's you know what I'm trying to say.
Give them an iPad, that will settle them down.
Baz, here's a link if you want to come on. I know you're, but like I said, we've learned a bit tonight. But always remember, they spent I think it was 96 million for some reason in the head to buy. So that was, you know. And the chairman said he's going to spend in January. He said it wholeheartedly. I've learned mistakes. You're bigger than I thought they were. I will make sure. I can't remember what his words were, but he's going to spend.
Aye, but he basically just held his hands up and says, "Look, I underestimate you. It's not going to happen again."
Aye. I know. And the thing is, see, last night there's people. There was I think I banned 6 or 7 people last night for saying the reason. Basically, they were saying the chairman going out for a pint with the players and all that. He's at it. At what exactly? You know, I think that was right. No, I think that was right. But what's he supposed to do? I think that's fantastic what he's doing.
I think that's brilliant because I mean, if you think over the years, I mean, maybe Dave King at a push, you've seen him in the Loudon or whatever. But when have you ever seen MD for the board and the pub where the fans actually
regularly?
You know,
I mean, that's 3 big ones. And the person that told me about more, I've been told off DM by somebody that I trust. He'll like we talked about last night. Stacey, we're going. I think his next stop's Boston for it. So a Bears club down there. So, no, aye. But what was I going to say? It's good. But you're like, and do you know what somebody had got me on Twitter said? They said because I said last night he was in the thing. He said you're an idiot. It was during the day their time. I'm like that. The game was on at 1:45 in the morning my time. The game was at 6 o'clock in the evening UK time. So I go in UK time because that's something I do now regularly. When I put a timer on the page right now, I put it 6 p.m. UK time because people know I'm in Thailand. Just to make sure people have got it and. They're quite right to it, but I thought, come on, man, it's just people looking for yeah, and you got the beers in you, and oh, absolutely. Who's a Stevie? Are there Stevie, man? Absolutely, mate. And I would imagine I'm buzzing about the transfer window.
I think it's I think we're in for a wee bit of reality check, but though in terms of it's not going to be right in the first few days. I mean, I know I've sat and think myself, right, who can we get in for the Celtic game? In reality, are we going to have MD in by the 3rd if it opens?
Probably not. I've still, I remember that Zenith coins, remember, this isn't me plugging them, but anyone gets it is. I brought that over, remember, the fella, because he's from Troon. The guy that Zenith coins, he turned up at my door. So I made sure that came out with me. But the thing is, he also did stuff for Celtic because I always retweet his stuff and post his stuff in the stories. But today was a Celtic badge and it was you know something? But yeah, man. So, So Monday, I've got the nerves about Monday, man. The nerves about Monday.
Is that what's his name that plays for them? The Boyle. He always seems to play his skin
Aye.
against us, and he always seems to score. So he's either one of them
Aye.
and loves score against us, or he's one of us and wants to prove a point, so we try and go in for him. I don't know.
I'll get to this in a minute, John. Right, like, I do not know Dougie Emery well, right? But one of my best mates, Greg, he knows him extremely well. And there was a time I was out and Dougie was out. We were in the Central Bar in Central Station. It was the Scotland England playoff years ago, and I got Frankie and this is Dougie's friend. We were talking for ages about stuff. I said, Dougie, you wee twat, you keep scoring against us. And like Dougie is a bear. I said it in a nicer way. It was a banter. I goes, what's it like playing against us? And he says, there's just something, man. And he says it's the same with most pro players. And the Premier League, when they play against the team they play against, they supported, they seem to play well. And I says, is it because you wanted us to buy? He says, I was not good enough to play for Rangers. And he said that unequivocally. You know, I mean, it was all right. You know, I mean, but it's, yeah. But Dougie was he's a nice guy. He had a horrible time recently, but well, that's not for chat here. But right, see the Souttarou deal, right? Number one, like we're talking about, we might not be able to get people in. He knows Rangers. I know I'm not sold on him at all. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of him at all. But I believe he was only on $6,000 a week. So a wage rise. I assumed he was the highest earner. Or one of them, but so I'm all right. We've got to remember we need squad players. Look at the injuries we've got right now. You know.
Souttar's a hard one because sometimes he plays brilliant and then other times he's a nightmare. It's like
I know.
Aye, I think
when his game is good. When he's on his game, he's good. Hopefully Rangers can win on Sunday. Well, I hope they don't win on Sunday because they're actually playing on Monday. But I remember Rangers are playing on Monday because you've got to remember the Morlocks are playing St Mirren in the League Cup final on Saturday, so they can't have the two in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Oh, Baz is correct here. Baz, there'll be people already. I'm pretty sure. It is tapping up. There'll already be phone calls being made, agents and a wee tap on the shoulder and all that. I definitely think.
There'll be a list for the list, probably.
That's it. David Souttar's all right. He's honest. He does try. And there's a certain leader in him. Like, I think he's an assistant captain, isn't he? Or vice captain. But, yeah. See, that's it. But yeah. That we forget that. See, if we did a financial fair play, we'd be chapping in Liverpool signing Salah tomorrow. We wouldn't before anyone takes that serious.
Ronaldo in blue.
Ronaldo. That's Salah, man. What? I'll be interested to see if he plays tonight. Well, this afternoon for you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is he just spat his dummy because he's not getting played, or is there something else going on?
Right, I know. Like John's quite right here. Sad to say he's not great, but we're missing him. That there we go. That's the easiest answer to your question, John. The question was it you asked it? I can't mind. Whoever asked me the question on John, that's a layman. That's it. That's the answer right there.
100%.
He's better than what we've got, you know. But I think when I was watching Chris Jack and that earlier, I think they indicated Big Stevie. They indicated that Chermiti could be February, March time. So. You know, he may end up back to Marseille. I hope not. I hope he. Barron didn't have the best of games last night, but that's the other night. But that's you can't play like Pele every week.
You was getting it tight on Twitter last night. I seen
one game. You know, that's something I hate about social media. A guy's 20-year career or a manager's 40-year career can be judged in one night.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, but that's football. Oh, I think he probably will as well, Baz, because he needs match minutes, and he's reliable. Danny Rose on credit in the media today or last night saying that he's a fan of him, you know, and he's a Swiss Army knife as well, isn't he?
He can go everywhere, and Do you know what? When he came on the other night, I actually thought he'd lost some weight as well. He looks like quite fit.
Aye. See, that's it about. I'm going to assume you're talking about Suter.
Aye.
He always works hard. He always puts a shift in. And people say he's fat. He's not. He's just one of the people. He's big.
He's built aye.
Wayne Rooney was like that because I remember watching a thing on Sky or YouTube about Rooney. See if Rooney had something like 3 or 4 days with no training, the weight just piles on. It's the way Mother Nature made him. I guess is the easy way to put it. You know, I'm going to assume Suitors made like that. They've got to be extremely careful what they eat and all that.
Aye, just got one of the bad metabolisms.
Aye, that's mad. I'm down 6 kilos since I've come back. I don't know what that is in stone, like, but it's half a stone or something, isn't it? I don't know. But I weighed myself outside the 7-Eleven the other day, so. Aye. That's it. That's what you want from a player, and that's what you want as a manager. Like, go run at the team, make mistakes. If you make a mistake, I don't give a shit. Just make sure you don't wait there and wait for it to come back. Go and get it back.
As soon as he does that, though, he's right on it again, trying to make up for it.
The young farmer, but see, to be honest with you, John, I've never ever heard that phrase before, but I get it. I actually get that. Aye. They work hard then at night. They're in the pub every night.
Work hard, play hard.
I tell you what, I work at sea, you know, and it's dangerous at sea. But sea farmers, you can't have a holiday, you know, because I know. And there's I won't say which pub, but it's kind of semi-famous story in Troon. One of the farms around there, they used to drink in one of the pubs in the town. Lovely people and all that. Worth millions allegedly, and they had a holiday in years, so they went on holiday to say Disneyland for 3 weeks, and they come back 2 days later. They couldn't do it, like, you know. You're getting eyeball. You're getting big grief for this, Stacey.
No, my mum's came in for a break, and she's got a light up lantern that she showed me. That's how I was like.
Oh, good, man. I know, Stevie. That's it. It'd be good to see a couple of goals early in the first half, and don't lose anything stupid. But it's a learning curve. Listen, we can do it.
I think just need to have a good start, get the crowd on side. I don't think it'll be a full house on Monday.
Oh, but there'll be a lot of
night, but just.
I mean, what's that? 2 weeks before Christmas, people have spent money, and it's going to be. I mean, I get sunburned today, but that's another thing. Did you see the video I put on my personal one? The wife with the hoodie on.
Yeah, I seen it.
She was laughing as well. It wasn't 30 degrees, so it was colder, but it's still. And then somebody posted that below. I think somebody's been up in Lapland this week where the kids do the Santa thing, -13. You should have seen her face. It's like, you know. The Monday night game will be tough. We need to kill the game, but the main thing is it's at Ibrox.
Hibs. It's a good start. Keep the crowd inside, and then.
There's Baz. Baz is right as usual. This is going to sound crap. I wasn't that bothered about that the other night. At the end of the day, it was stupid goals, terrible defending. The one thing was Miovski scored. Hello, does any of you know what's the score with Miovski? Have we heard anything? All right. I'm sure most people definitely will be paying for it on Monday.
Yeah, it won't be on the fire, Miss Jiggy.
Yeah. I know. But listen, Stacey. The beer's won. Come to the pub.
Yeah, I'm going to go and start getting ready as well because I've got to drive up to Dumbarton to my pals for the night out tonight. So
there you go. That's it. As soon as you learn driving, that's it. All those years your mum and dad drove you about, it's your turn and all that.
I've been designated driver for about 2 months now. I was driving my mum's car everywhere. So
brilliant. Right. No, right. But one more before we go. No, not yet. Nothing. You know, I don't think that's going to be tomorrow morning's chat's going to be about that. It's not a big rush. It's no big rush. There's plenty of people out there. Danny himself, as we've said, Stacey, he's got a book there. Bayern Munich, the German national team. So,
there's no rush for that.
You know what I mean? No. And then you remember the ex-players that are agents. You've got Craig Moore's an agent. What was the Argentinian boy? What was the guy? He brought in Pedro, mind you. Pedro Mendes.
Pedro Mendes. I was just going to say that.
Craig Moore's an agent, so we've not, and they know all their agents as well. They work for an agency, so it's not something I'm stressing about. Mate, I'll add this guy for a second. This might be. I think we kind of do, right? Listen, Stacey, I'm going to knock this in the head, right?
Right.
I'll see you all later. Thanks for joining in. And Stacey, you're getting on it. You're an expert at this now.
That's it, eh? Right, well, enjoy your night out.
You too, pal. Everyone else, enjoy your Saturday.
Enjoy your weekend trips. Bye.
Cheers, bye.